Hey, greetings. Me again, Steven from Cracking the Wall. And I decided to do another, I haven't done one in a while, I decided to do another album review. And I'm going to review a band who I just recently got back into. I was really into them when I was at the end of my teenage years, when I was 19, and I was listening to other bands of somewhat of the same genre or somewhat on the same scene. And the album I'm going to review is this album. Um, this is Widespread Panic's Earth. Let me get that. Earth to America. This is the get a good shot of that. This is their second album post Michael Hauser, the late Michael Hauser, who sadly passed away in 2002. Who was one of the founding members of the band and wrote a bunch of the band's material. And I'll show you a little bit more artwork on the CD, just for the heck of it. It's like, not much, oops. Yeah, the CD itself, I'll show you that. Alright, perfect, that's enough of that. Alright, after the Ball album came out, which was the first post Michael Hauser album, they had a new guitar player by the name of George McConnell. And I liked it. I went out and bought Ball when it came out and thought that was really good. And then I just got so burnt out of all the jam band stuff. I was really into that in my late teens. And up to 2003, I was into like Moe and Fish. And I've been to 3 Moe concerts. String Cheese Incident. I'm just now getting back into Panic. Now, any Panic fans watching this, I'm going to get mixed feelings from them once I say I've never seen Panic live. I have not been to one Widespread Panic show. Do not ask me why. I intend to go eventually to see Panic. But as of right now, I have not seen Panic live. I've seen the other bands I mentioned, Moe, Fish, and String Cheese Incident. And if I get this stupid camera to get in focus again. Anyway. Are you going to be a good camera? Anyway. But on with the review. After Ball, what I was saying was I hadn't kept up with Panic. I hadn't, and they had put out 3 albums since then. And the Dirty Side Down just came out. Well, it came out about 2 or 3 months ago. It's now July the 16th of 2010. In case anyone's wondering when this video was made, even though it should say under the video. Get that stupid camera in focus. Alright, we're just going to have to make do with what we have. So on to my review. Okay, the way I got this album just the other day. I got it a few days ago at a Hastings, at a local Hastings. And I happened to see the CD for only $5, and I'm thinking, I've never heard anything after Ball, just because, like I said, I just lost interest in the scene, got burnt out on it, and eventually I said, oh, for $5, I'll get this, thank you, it's back in focus, alright, now people will be happy. They also had Every Day there for only $3.49, and I'm like, we all know Every Day is one of the best Panic albums, so yeah, I'm going to get Every Day. So I got Every Day with this. So 2 Panic CDs, great purchase. I got this last Monday, actually. So that's, 4 days ago. And I immediately put this one in first. Some of the songs I was familiar with already on Every Day. Didn't know any of these. And when I heard it, it was really different. It was it didn't really have a Panic sound. It starts off with the Second Skin, and it's real, I can't even really describe the song. It's real mellow, and it sounds kind of orchestral at times, and there's some horns in it. It's actually a pretty good song, despite the fact it's so different. It's actually a really good song. I like it. pretty good opener, but I'm thinking, man, this is just really, I mean, for Panic, I've never heard, this doesn't really even sound like widespread Panic at all to me. Next is Good People, which sounds pretty good the first part, but it's kind of a progressive rock song. This is the first part's real rocking, and then it gets to this jazzy part with a horn section, and I'm not too sure how I feel about that. I like the first part. The second part's not. It's okay. It's not terrible. From the Cradle was the, if you want to say single or hit from the album. This is what they had, when it came out, the one that they were promoting the album with by playing it on David Letterman and possibly releasing it as a promotional single. I'm not too into this song. It's just, I just think it's weak. It's just a real, it's got some steel guitar on it and everything, but it's just all around, it's just not a very good Panic song. Next is Solid Rock, which is a Dylan cover. That one did absolutely nothing for me. When the Clown, oh no, Time Zones is next. Starts off with like a piano that some people have said is exact pickup from a Neil Diamond song. I've heard that John Herman's piano is very reminiscent of a Neil Diamond song. I don't remember the title, which Neil Diamond song it is. Basically, the album pretty much falls flat. I'll get to the other songs. When the Clowns Come Home, I thought the lyrics were weak in this one, and it just wasn't, musically didn't do anything. Ribs and Whiskey is absolutely horrible. I cannot stand this song. That is probably the worst song on the album. I can't stand the way John Bell sings it. His voice is just so annoying on this song. It's very high pitched, and the lyrics I can understand from what he's saying. I know about seeing your sister naked. That's what I remember. But yeah, that's bad. Crazy, another boring song. It's just, I mean, it goes with You Should Be Glad and May Your Glass Be Filled. May Your Glass Be Filled, from my understanding, was a tribute to Michael Hauser. That was like a goodbye to him. But the album is just really weak. It's different, and I like change, but it doesn't have a Panic sound. It doesn't sound like widespread Panic at all to me. It doesn't have that nice southern rock, Athens, Georgia sound that I'm familiar with. I like the first, I think the first 8 albums, whatever, Space Wrangler up through Ball, I believe that's 8 albums, I believe, if I'm doing the math correctly. So this is their 9th album, or their 9th studio album. And I can understand, I remember reading some reviews on Amazon about it, and I can understand why it got like only a 3.5-star average rating. This is just really not that good, and it was pretty much bound to happen to Panic, I think, because a lot of the jam bands, once they put out a slew of really great albums, ended up putting out a very weak one. And with Fish, it was Round Room, and with String Cheese Incident, it was Untying the Knot. I loved the Fish albums from Junta up to Farmhouse. I thought some people didn't even like Billy Breeze or Farmhouse. I liked those. They really, they were different, but they still had some strong points to them. But, yeah, and Untying the Knot, I couldn't get through the whole thing. It was just way too they totally butchered Wake Up. But this is a widespread Panic review. I'm just comparing this album to those 2 albums because they were the weak Wink Links. And it happens to everybody. So, to grade this album, I'm sorry, Panic, but if John Bell, if you're watching this album gets a D. A D. I'm sorry. That's the best I could do. It starts off okay. I do like Second Skin, and for the most part, I like Good People. I don't like anything else on this album. I really don't like it. And I haven't heard anything since this album. I haven't heard Free Somehow or the brand new one, Dirty Side Down. But I'm scared to hear anything after this. And I've actually heard that Free Somehow was even worse. And I don't think I want to hear anything after this. I'll just stick with the live shows and if I want to get to the studio stuff, the first 8 albums. But if you're a Widespread Panic fan, you probably already have this if you do listen to studio stuff. if you don't have this already, I will say get it if you find it for $5 like I did. I don't think I blew too much money on it. It's worth having for the collection, but don't expect a great album. So there's my review for Widespread Panic's Earth to America. And yeah, stay tuned for some more Crack in the Wall videos. We've got some more live videos coming, including the famous Kick Butt Coffee Show, which will be a widespread bootleg coming out. And I just messed the camera up again. There it goes. All right, thanks, and I hope the spreadheads found this somewhat entertaining. I'm expecting some comments or another. All right, thanks everybody. Good night. I'll see you on the flip side.